A brief reprieve. Hoary Boulder's sullen expression suggests he has no news to share, which in this case may not mean good news. Ah, Lavenza, yours is a welcome face indeed in these troubled times. Though, if you've come to inquire about our stricken brothers and sisters, I am afraid I have not to report. Colton and the others continue their tireless search for answers, and I too have done all in my power to assist them. Alas. My apologies for the intrusion. I was told Master Alphino had been brought here and wished to see if his condition had improved. Oh. Mistress Lavenza, I have heard about the part you played in driving back the Empire's forces. Thank you. That you were able to stop them, if only for a short while, gives me hope. I realize how strange such words must sound coming from a Garlean's lips, but I speak them out of the love I bear for my homeland, because I wish to see an end to the bloodshed. Yeah, I was thinking, what was his... I mean, obviously, like, he's... You know, he wants the warring to end or whatever, but what's his take on it? But I think it's the hope that if the Empire continues to hit a stalemate, like they can't press us, they may just stop. That's probably his hope. This is why I chose to share all that I know with the Alliance. Though I will surely be branded a traitor, I am content to bear that ignominy. 'Twill soon be a small price to pay if it helps to prevent this conflict from escalating any further. Yeah, I'm sure, you know, anyone in his position might be willing to take, like, being an enemy of his own people if, and, like, living in Eorzea if he knows his people will not be at war anymore. But enough of my prattling. The war is not what brought me all this way. I came to see Master Alphino. An acquaintance of Lavenza and Alphino, are you? Well, far be it from me to turn away good company. If you will follow me, sir. Is this where we actually see them in the sick beds or whatever? Or they actually make this, like, instanced area? No, I guess not. When word reached me that Alphino had returned, it seemed only right that I visit him. Poor lad, it pains me to see him thus, but I take solace in the knowledge that he is safe and well cared for. He fought valiantly at the burn. The Populares could not have wished for a more committed ally. I know not how he came to be so afflicted, but I pray a cure will be found soon. On an unrelated note, you may be interested to know that I traveled here in the company of another acquaintance of yours. He awaits my return at North Silvertier, and I am certain he would be glad to see you. Assuming you can spare the time, that is. I wonder who this could be. I mean, well, I think maybe Gaius, but who do you suppose is waiting for him at North Silvertier? Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out myself. Oh, Sid. It's got to be Sid. Maybe? Maybe got to be? I mean, Sid does usually have a tendency, I think, to pop up right around the end of an expansion. Typically because he's always involved in the... not always, but at least the last two expansions, he's been and then seen the airship. But he's involved in the raid series, so that's why he's not a part of the main scenario. Yep, there he is. I mean, obviously I saw his ship, but see him now too. Ah, there you are. I was beginning to think you would not come. It sounds like you've been through the mill. You should have called me. Though I must confess, tracking down missing souls isn't exactly within my field of expertise. As you may have surmised, I heard much of Master Garland growing up in Garlemald. Indeed, he has long been a source of inspiration to me. Ooh, I wonder if he sticks with Cid. Most Garleans would say he is a traitor, that he turned his back on his country. We of the Popularis, however, consider him a revolutionary, a man willing to defy the Empire's dreams of subjugation, that his inventions might bring about a better future for all mankind. And I wonder, I would guess by now Cid has not heard, but I wonder what these two would think to know, what Varys had told us. Please, revolutionary is a term best reserved for my work. I am but an imperial defector who thought to aid another imperial defector. What imperial defector was he aiding originally? Or is he talking about now? Whatever Master Garland says, I am humbled to find myself in such distinguished company. Speaking of distinguished company, we heard from Raubon that you ran into an old friend in the burn. Is it true Gaius still lives? Like most in the army, I never had the privilege of seeing the legatus without his mask. To think I walked halfway across the burn in the presence of the Black Wolf. And he claimed to have severed ties with the Empire to hunt Ascians, did he? After his humbling at the Praetorium, one would think he'd have the good sense to stay dead. Kind of in a way. I mean, his identity is dead, as far as he's concerned. Should we meet again, I shall be sure to tell him so. Commander Al-Din also spoke of the Alliance's meeting with the Emperor, though I still labor to believe what he told us. Did his Radiance really claim that Garlemald was founded by the Ascians? Well, here we'll find out what they think. But that is madness. The very notion is absurd. Every fiber of my being rails against it. And yet I see there's no escaping the truth. From the very founding of my homeland, my brothers and sisters have laid down their lives in service to a lie. Yeah, that's got to be... I mean, that's one of those things I could totally understand you just not, like, having trouble believing. Because it is one of those things that shatters your entire understanding of who you are, the land you're born in, the society you're born in. You know, it just, I couldn't imagine it. The Ascians must be stopped. To save my people, to save all peoples. For all the Empire's many crimes, even I did not suspect. Had I known, I would have left a lot sooner. Yeah, I mean, take some solace in, you know, if Cid ever still questions his defecting, certainly not now. But that is in the past. Here in the present, we must apply ourselves to the problem of how the Empire's ambitions may be thwarted, not only in Eorzea, but in the Far East as well. The Ironworks will spare no effort to achieve that end. Seiriu's Wall was a good start, but we can do more, and we will. We'll show them what it means to achieve freedom through technology. Begging your pardons, I bear a message for the Warrior of Light. Ooh. Commander Al-Din requests your presence at Alliance headquarters in Alamigo. He would discuss matters of strategy at your earliest convenience. Ah, yes, the inevitable messenger. I knew it wouldn't be long before duty called you away. Time no doubt being of the essence, could I tempt you to a ride aboard the Excelsior? If there's a faster way to Raubon's side, I will personally apologize to the commander for keeping him waiting. Nice. I too will make for the border anon. If there is aught I can do to help, I consider it my duty to see it done. Oh, okay, we're not actually there yet. I swear, every time you board my airship, you seem to be barreling headlong into danger, and every time you somehow contrive to emerge victorious, which of course is an admirable skill. But no one is invincible, Lavenza, not even you, so please, take care of yourself out there. I pray you remain safe on the front lines. Though ill-equipped to join the fray, I shall do all I can to assist from headquarters. My colleagues and I have been tasked with evacuating casualties by air. See that you aren't among them, eh? Here it is. This has got to be the end. Whew. Okay, a requiem for heroes. Despite the apparent urgency of Raubon's summons, the resistance fighter seems content to wait for your signal to proceed. Commander Al-Din is waiting, my lady. It would be best if we proceeded to Alliance headquarters at once. This is just exciting. This is the end of Stormblood. Are you ready? Oh, he's not at the table. Oh, he's at a different table. There are multiple tables. Oh, wow. We're just going straight into a solo instance. You're here. Good. I summon you to discuss strategy. But first I would apprise you of the Garlean's movements. Upon speaking with Raubon, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety.
There have been several skirmishes along the border, but as yet neither side has delivered a decisive blow. We had long assumed that the Garleans would overwhelm us in a straight fight, but we seem to be gaining ground, albeit slowly. As to why that might be, the most likely explanation is that they have yet to commit all their forces. Still, we're winning, and our latest intelligence suggests the Emperor has retreated back to Garlemald. In light of this, we're considering launching an offensive with the aim of pushing the front line forward and giving ourselves some room to breathe.
Commander! The Imperials! They've broken through our defenses to the east!
What?
Our scouts say their forces are being led by Lord Xenos. Lord Heian and Commander Hext have taken their troops to provide support, but we don't know how long they can hold out.
So, they've been biding their time, waiting for his arrival, have they? Very well. Send word to our allies, requesting reinforcements for the front line. Should the worst come to the worst, I may need to enter the fray myself. But what of you? Do you still have the strength to fight?
Hell yes. You need only say the word, so long as you leave the Ascian to me. Gonna go with that one.
He may not die as such, but to see Lord Xenos fall on the battlefield would deal a heavy blow to Imperial morale. I'll see to it the men stay clear.
Uh-oh.
Why won't they open? Please, I bid you open.
That's interesting. So I think that proves he just can't pull us over for whatever reason.
What's wrong? Is it the voice again? Are you sure you're in a fit state to do this? May Ralga grant us strength. Give 'em hell, lass. I, for my part, will defend this place to my dying breath.
So I'm hearing some pretty wicked thunder, so hopefully don't have a power outage. Meanwhile, at the border of Alamigo. Oh, this is where I play as Heian. And all of them know he's an Ascian. Hold your ground until the Warrior of Light arrives. Okay, so that's the combo. Delivers an attack with a potency of 100 damage over time. That's just a rush forward and then second wind. Cool.
Ready?
So there are still those willing to stand against the Crown Prince. Interesting. Let's put an end to this here and now. Do you truly believe that possible? Then let us test the limits of this Garlean vessel. Ooh. I could have actually used the heal now. A formidable foe, but we have come too far to fail now. Soon I shall give the lie to man's indomitable spirit. Ooh. Okay, I actually picked the right. The Warrior of Light is still nowhere in sight. Strength, my friends. It would not do to have Lavenza arrive to find us battered and broken. Fight and struggle if that is your want, but you will not escape your fate. I'm noticing a lot of the, I think, tech that eventually went into the trust system used in these solo instances. You know, because they go exactly where they need to go to avoid... Our fate is not for you to decide. Enough. You will learn your place. Behold, the taste of my true power. Now, what is this sorcery? Look upon Ame no Habakiri and know the depths of your folly. Oh, no, you don't.
Here it comes!
Lise, no, what have you done? If he would bring all to bear, then so must we.
The art of my forebears.
Well done, dispelling his phantoms. Now hurry, we must protect Lise. Still, you choose to struggle against the inevitable? Whereas like but a few hundred yalms away. We may be on the back foot, but it's not over yet. If we can at least hold out until Lavenza arrives, I'm sure we can turn this around. There's actually something emotional about hearing like the Warrior of Light is on their way. Ooh. Can you hear that thunder? Jeez. I don't know if my mic picks that up. I've never actually really stopped to find those parts in my videos where it may have been. She comes, does she? Then I need not waste my time on you. So I actually forgot that it wasn't real Xenos that we fought here.
You get it!
Damn you!
Oh, and with that break in the helm like in the cinematic, that means the one in cinematic is Elidibus too. That's interesting.
Magic. With a Garlean body. That's hardly fair. Still, he must be stopped, no matter the cost.
Bringer of light. It has been too long. No words to mark our reunion? So be it. Equilibrium must be restored, and only your death will redress the balance.
When was the last time we saw Elidibus? In the coming battle, you will fight as Lavenza Shark. Oh, really? Thank you. Let's do this. We will suffer your interference no longer. You can definitely take a beating. The time for games is past. Interesting. I don't know if it's still this way, but I remember for a while after. You think you know of the dark, but I will show you the true nature of power, of our power. But people struggled with this fight. Although I think they maybe nerfed it. I didn't have any trouble. The potential of this vessel is transcendent, without limit. I don't think that Paralyze ever actually procced. You are strong, bringer of light, but her blessing will avail you not. Oh. That's actually worse. I was like, oh, I just wasted a buff, but I didn't. $69. To redress the balance to ensure the salvation of this star, you must fall. Impossible. How is it you have grown so powerful in the gift? I had my little childlike moment there. No matter, you may have bested La Habrea, but I will not be cast aside so easily. Crap. I was prepared.
I see.
What now?
Your mother chose her champion well. Yet, for all your strength, you will still fail.
Please, I beseech you.
Damn it, Graha!
Someone calls to you. Too late, alas.
Oh, we actually got pulled somewhere. Oh, this is in the oh, what does he call it? But this looks, isn't this the floor in the...
At last, I found you. Please, there's no cause for alarm. Though, I confess, this is not where I had intended to meet. But the place of our meeting is of no consequence, like the war you wage. Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion. The better path leads you here, to me. I have need of your strength.
Who are you? You have to send me back now, like, makes a lot more sense. I think she'd care less about who this person is. I keep jumping back before, between kind of like doing it as if I have knowledge and as if I don't have knowledge. But I'm going to go with the second one.
The battle is over, the danger past, but your work is not yet done. Go to the Crystal Tower. I have left something for you near its base. It will serve as a beacon of sorts, one which I pray will help you on your journey. All you need do is find it. I will take care of the rest.
How did he leave it there? Was it just something he knew was there?
Soon, we will throw wide the gates. And the path to the first will be yours to walk at last.
Oh, we're back in Ishgard? Yeah, it looks like it. This is the room where Estinian was at, right?
You're awake. Thank heavens.
I'm trying to think, like, which one would be, as like an immediate, like, question, where is Xenos? But then again, like, what happened? I thought I was about to die.
Do you recall the confrontation with Xenos? You were the first to come to the aid of Mistress Lys and the others on the front line. In the midst of your duel, it is said you faltered, and that the Crown Prince seized the opportunity to deliver a mortal blow. Yet before his blade could find its mark, he was distracted by the arrival of a second adversary who bore you away from the battlefield and into the hands of our chirurgeons. Lest you wonder, he left before you awoke. As is his wont. Estinian never was one for emotional farewells.
It's going to be nice to have him on the Scions now, just to get...
Though Xenos bested all before him, the battle clearly took its toll, for he retreated shortly after your rescue. Seeing this, the remaining Imperial forces decided discretion was the better part of valor and pulled back, allowing us to re-establish our position. We have since received word of renewed unrest in the provinces, doubtless inspired by the efforts of the Eorzean Alliance and our Far Eastern allies. Nor does the good news end there. We have also come into possession of intelligence suggesting unrest within the Imperial Court. This would certainly explain why both the Emperor and Lord Xenos appear to have abandoned the fight. A long-awaited ray of hope in these dark times.
But I was just saying it'll be nice to get more characterization from Estinian. What would you say, is Alize all right? What of the Scions? I guess Alize, because I mean, at this point we wouldn't know what's up with the Scions, but Alize is the one that went down in the battlefield, so...
Yet to awake, I'm afraid. But please, concentrate on your own recovery for now. You have carried the hopes of some half-dozen nations, and we are all eternally grateful for your efforts. But no one is without their limits, not even you. Leave this fight to us, my friend. You have earned your rest. But before I forget, I was asked to deliver a message as soon as you awoke.
Do tell.
A reminder that you are not alone, though many of your allies have fallen.
From who?
When you are well and rested, you are to return home, where friends will be waiting for you.
Oh, okay. I guess it's just pray return to the Rising Stones.
Now, if you will excuse me, I must return to the front. May we meet again soon, under happier circumstances.
So what do we got now? Well, this is a most unexpected surprise. I thought you confined to bed. Good old Edmund. When I heard that you had collapsed on the field of battle, I confess I feared the worst. But with you standing here before me, I see now that the reports of your defeat were greatly exaggerated. Thank the Fury. I was just thinking, that may actually be in our favor. That people think, oh, you know, the Warrior of Light collapsed in battle. They're getting weaker. Like, maybe we can beat them. All the while, it's like, it was just because Graha doesn't know what he's doing. You know, when we get back after that, we don't have to worry about it. So everybody will think, oh, maybe she's weaker now. And then we'll just mess some people up. As long as we have you, Mr. Shark, history suggests we have a fighting chance. Speaking of fighting, you may be surprised to hear that the war's efforts can already be felt even here in Ishgard. In anticipation of a need for reinforcements, Artoirel, I'm glad I still remember how to pronounce that, will soon be departing for the front lines with a contingent of our finest knights. I would advise you to stay until your strength has returned, but I know it would be an exercise in futility. Indeed, I suspect you have already decided on your next destination. I guess the Rising Stones for a moment, but then the Crystal Tower. Which, yeah, I still have a question, like, because there's no way for him to physically place anything at the foot of the tower. So does he just have... He just knew something was left there and somehow was able to make a connection with that? I don't know. I hope they do address that. Dark days lie ahead, of that I have no doubt. But the light of hope shall ever guide our steps. So that, so long as we have... Okay, let me try that again. Dark days lie ahead, of that I have no doubt. But the light of hope shall ever guide our steps, so long as we have the will to press onward. And press onward we must. Farewell, my friend. I pray our next meeting will be under happier circumstances. And it will. Thank you for watching this video. Tonight's stream, like so many of them, particularly recently, was absolutely excellent. We finished off Stormblood. And as just a quick preview of the usual review I give during, you know, the credits of the expansion, it was phenomenal. And I think I may actually like Stormblood more than Heavensward. Ooh. But yeah, and so now we'll be moving on to Shadowbringers, which I've been looking forward to so much. So yeah, if you enjoyed this and you want to see more, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to come join me live, which I would much appreciate, the link to my Twitch is in the description down below. Thank you again for watching, and have a good one.